Hey, I'm just up here in the Cascades on a little personal hiking retreat and found this little stream. I don't know if you can see it there. It goes all the way up into the mountain. And there's thousands of these on this trail that I'm hiking. They're everywhere, and I was thinking about how the water always flows downhill. That's beautiful Cascades. That's why they're named that. If you come out in the early spring, you can see thousands and thousands of waterfalls where you never expected them to be. And there's just wonderful ruling principle that flowing water always goes downhill. And as I was walking, I was thinking about it's just like the Spirit. The Spirit always flows downhill to Christ. The Spirit always leads us to Jesus. The Spirit is the current, the moving force in the world that pushes us towards the likeness of Christ, towards the path of Christ, if you would. Oh, but I was at a conference recently where a Christian leader, she got up and she started talking about how important following Jesus was in her ministry, and just how Jesus was the center pin of what she does for work, for the ministry she does. And then the conference took a very strange turn because the next speaker got up and criticized her. And he said, you know what, lots of people like Jesus, and lots of people think Jesus is great, but Jesus is just not enough. And I was appalled at somebody, a Christian leader, willing to diminish the role of Jesus in our lives. I think everything I do, at least I pray, hope and pray that all my writing, all my ministry, what I do at home, relationship with my wife and my boys, with how I participate in churches and amongst other Christians and non-Christians, I hope it'll all be some flowing stream that runs straight towards the direction of Christ. I hope that it'll all be a cascade that pushes and meanders and wanders, perhaps, but always in the direction of Jesus, because that's what it's all about. Him. He's the fullness of God, which was pleased to dwell in him. And there's no reason to diminish that. As the world gets more complicated, as the world gets more filled with more rough terrain, I think we have to cling to him all the more, run in his direction all the more, and hope in him all the more, because he's all we've got. Bye.